Well, hello guys, Pokemon. Today I'm back for another video, and today's video is going to be about the top 5 NU Pokemon, and this is another video of our little series top 5 of order tiers. You should check out the other top 5 videos, because there are already quite a lot of videos out there, and today we are discussing the NU tier, which I really enjoy. There are a lot of cool Pokemon in the NU tier, and we are already at the NU tier, which means that there are only 5 tiers left, I believe. RU, UU, OU and Uber's 4 tiers left. I have to correct myself. But today we are discussing the NU tier, which I really like. And let's just go on to our number 5. Number 5. And the number 5 on my list is Malamar. And Malamar is quite a special Pokemon to me, because I have a love-hate relationship with Malamar. I really like using Malamar. It's really good, and people just underestimate this thing because it's so good. Once it set up one or two superpowers, you are basically gone. It has a decent 70 base speed, which means that you can outspeed most walls. It has the potential to set up a sub, which I really like. I really like the sub Malamar set because people don't expect it, and you can make it assault vested. You can do everything with Malamar, and that's why I kind of hate it as well, because I usually don't run bug-type Pokemon on my team, and opponent, if they bring Malamar, they usually sweep me with this thing. That's why I hate it and love it at the same time. It is a really good Pokemon, and Inkay is probably my favorite Gen 6, at least second stage or first stage Pokemon. And, well, Malamar is just the evolution of that, and I really like the idea of that you have to put your DS upside down if you want to evolve the Inkay into Malamar, which is really cool. I really like that idea. And I just really like the Pokemon's design as well. It's really good. And as I said before, I have a love-hate relationship with Malamar. But let's go on to our number 4. Number 4. And the number 4 on my list is Granbull. And Granbull is a Pokemon that I love because it doesn't feel right to me. I know it sounds pretty strange, but Granbull is a fairy type Pokemon, and if you look at Granbull, I just don't see why it is a fairy type Pokemon. It is a bulldog, and if you look at a bulldog in real life, would you think that a bulldog would be related to a fairy in some kind of way? I don't think you would, right? It looks awful, but Granbull is also a really good Pokemon, I have to admit. I really like it. In my opinion, it wouldn't make it really better, because it's a really good fighting type Pokemon counter right now, but it would make more sense for me if it would be a normal fairy type, because it would be great. I would love to use the Toxic Feed Granbull with Facade, Stab Facade. It would be so awesome, but I really like Granbull. It just doesn't fit for me, the fairy typing. I can kind of see why, because it is a pink color, but it doesn't fit right for me, and that's what I like so much about Granbull. And I used it in my first game when I played Pokemon Y, and it really worked out well for me in that game, and I really just enjoy the Pokemon in general. Really cool Pokemon, probably one of my favorite second gen Pokemon. I really like Granbull. Let's go on to our number 3. Number 3. And the number 3 on my list is Quagsire. And Quagsire is one of those Pokemon that just looks so derpy, and that's what I like about it. Just look at it. I've got the shiny version on it right now, because I think it fits Quagsire really well. I really like it shiny because it's pink, and it makes it look even more derpy, and that's what I like the most about Quagsire. It's also a really decent defensive wall. I'm using it in the NUCL right now. It is really good against sweeping Pokemon, because it just doesn't care with its unaware ability. But I just love Quagsire's design, that it just doesn't give a damn, and it has the unaware ability, which makes it perfect in my opinion. And that's what I like about Quagsire. It just fits so well everything. Wooper is also an amazing looking Pokemon. I really like it. And I really like how it gets moves like Fire Punch and Ice Punch, I believe, and it doesn't even have hands. But that's just another thing. But I really like Quagsire. It has always been one of my favorite second gen Pokemon. In general, second gen Pokemon are one of my favorites. I really like their designs, but Quagsire is one of those. Let's go on to our number 2. Number 2. And the number 2 on my list is Mismagius. And Mismagius is one of those Pokemon that always plays well for me. When I use Mismagius, it never fails me for some reason. I really like Mismagius design. It's probably my favorite Ghost type Pokemon if I have to think about it. Yeah, it's probably my favorite Ghost type Pokemon. It is a really elegant looking Pokemon. I really like its design, and it just never fails for me. I like using these scarves at catching other scarves of guard or Pokemon that are usually faster. It has a 1 of 5 speed stat, so there are not a lot of Pokemon that are faster, but with the scarf you can outspeed a load of things, and that makes it really good. It is also a really decent bulk with 1 of 5 special defense, 1 of 5 speed, 1 of 5 special attack. I really like its stat spread. I really like how they did that. I think it has a 65 defense stat or 55. At least a pretty low attack, defense and HP stat, but it makes up with its special defense, speed and special attack, which is really nice. I just love Mismagius for its design. I really like Misdreavus as well, but I like Mismagius just a little bit more because it has just more power and it has great coverage, by the way. It is a really cool Pokemon, one of my favorite Ghost type Pokemon, and that's why it's on my number 2 spot. Number 1. And the number 1 on my list is Hitmonchan, and Hitmonchan is finally in the right tier, guys. It has been in RU for so long, but it's finally in NU, and it is a beast in there, but it is not overpowered, which I really like, because I want Hitmonchan to stay in its proper tier. Hitmonchan does not want to get back to RU, and I'm using Hitmonchan in the NUCL right now, and it is such a good Pokemon. It is, I'm not totally sure, I haven't checked the spreadsheet in a while, but it has been the MVP for quite a long time, but I think it still is. With a load of kills, I just love Hitmonchan with all its priorities. It has access to Fake Out, Mark Punch, even Bullet Punch, I think. It has just so many priority moves, which is really good. It has a really decent special defense set of 105, I think. At least a really good special defense stat. It has an amazing attack stat and just the biggest coverage of all the Hitmonchans, or the chance, right? No, the Hitmons. I always say that wrong. I always say the chance, but it is the Hitmons. And it has access to Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Fire Punch. But the only problem that Hitmonchan is that it doesn't work against Fairies, Ghosts and Psychic type Pokemon. It can't hit Fairies too hard, Ghosts, and it can hit it with neutral attacks, but not with super effective attacks, which makes it good in NU, but not amazing in RU, to be honest. But I really like it. I like its design. I just like everything about Hitmonchan. I don't know why. It has a good vibe around it, in my opinion, and that's why it's my favorite Pokemon in NU at the moment. So I hope you guys liked this top 5 video. I really enjoyed making it. There are a lot of cool Pokemon in NU, and probably most of my favorite Pokemon are in this tier. Either in this tier or PU, but there are still a lot of cool Pokemon in the higher tiers that I am going to discuss in the future as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did. Also let me know what your top 5 favorite NU Pokemon would be, because I'm curious. I like to see what you guys think of the NU tier and what Pokemon you enjoy the most in there. And then I'll see you guys in my next video. Later.